Hi guys, welcome to CYC. My name's Nathan Hayes, and today is video number 10. Woohoo! Yeah, that was something anyway, wasn't it? Okay, so today I thought we'd do something slightly different and not look at a theory, and just try to explain exactly what this channel's about, because I've been asked a few times. So, I named this channel Choose Your Chaos because chaos is just inevitable in life. It's unavoidable, there's no manual, it just doesn't work like that. No two lives are the same. No one can tell you to the finest detail on like whether you should eat your carrot on the left hand side of your mouth or the right hand side. They can't give you that detailed level of how you should live life because no two lives are the same. Some people can go against that and they can try and clone themselves after someone else because they aspire to be them, like Steve Jobs or someone big or someone more local that they know, but they just map themselves onto that and they just stick to that plan. And they'll get lost in that because they're not being genuine to who they are. Or if you're the person that like grew up and you just did as your parents said and do what the teachers say, and you went to school, went to college, got the job, got the house, got the family, got the dog, got the car, got the mortgage, got the whatever. If you haven't made some decisions up to that point that were your own, you're more than likely lost. That's a good path, man. That path works and all the rest. I'm not questioning that. Because that's another thing. Maybe if you do look up and you start questioning the stuff, you might realise that the rules or the path that's in front of you is a good path. I'm not saying anything against that. This isn't about the direction or the destination or anything like that. I'm more talking about the journey on the way. Are you being genuine? Are you asking yourself what's going on inside? Are you trying something new? Are you questioning? All that sort of stuff. You're going into the unknown. Because it's not until you go into chaos, until you go into something new, something where you're testing yourself out, that you start to understand who you are. Okay, having said that, and here's where the confusion is. You are not chaos. You are not an entity of chaos. That is not what this is about. You are a machine. You work in a certain way. There are certain gears that are connected and interlinked, and they all mash up together to make a very individual person that is you. And you don't get to discover who that is until you step into chaos and test it out. You don't know what this arm does with a football or a tennis racket until you try it. It's the same with your brain. You don't know how you react to certain things until you discover it. Because it's not self-evident. No one can say like, some big bloody catastrophe happens and it can be the quietest guy that steps up and becomes the leader. It can be the most aggressive person there that becomes the caregiver, the nurturer. It can be the nurturer that like leaves everyone for dead or something like that. I know that's cataclysmic and all the rest, and it's very Hollywood, but you get what I'm on about. It's not until you step into these unknowns. For us, it's going to be much more local, much more safe, and much less exciting. But trying out a new sport, trying out a new diet, trying out a new job, trying out a new partner. Am I allowed to say it that way? Having a new partner? Sounds better. I don't know. But all of these unknowns, all of these different things move and interlink differently. And that's what this channel is about. It's about always stepping into chaos. Always learning. Even if you've learnt it before, you're getting older. The machine you have is changing. The world around you is changing. So it's about never being steadfast to your beliefs. That wholeheartedly you will never do this or you will always do this. Just always be willing, be open to question these things. Maybe you can stop smoking. Maybe you can exercise. Maybe you can go on the diet. Maybe you can sleep better. Maybe you can get off the sleeping tablets. Maybe you can start meditating. Maybe you can stop reacting so much. Maybe you can start reacting more. Maybe you can start being more compassionate. Maybe you can stop being walked on and maybe start being more assertive. Maybe there are so many different things. There are so many cogs and wheels that are going on in your head that maybe now that you're more assertive, maybe you'll be better at exercising because you'll take more pride in it. Or maybe now that you've started a diet, then maybe you're going to be more compassionate because you just feel better and you just feel more relaxed. Maybe when you start meditating, then you might be better at public speaking because you just won't have the anxiety. They sound totally unrelated, but there are so many cogs and wheels. And just over time that all of these things are worth exploring, and they're worth exploring again. Just because it's been like 2 years or a year or something like that, and last time you tried to speak publicly that it went really bad, doesn't mean you can't try it again. Maybe your tolerance is better now, maybe you're more articulate now, your speech is better, you're more fluid with language, or maybe just your ideas are better, or maybe it was just the ideas at the day that you didn't connect with, so it just jarred, or maybe you had a bad day that day, or maybe you didn't get enough sleep that day, maybe you didn't eat right that day, maybe you had too much salt. There are so many things going on in life that it's such a shame to write off any of them. You should have every door open. Every door is open. This channel is all about just looking at all the doors. That's what we're about. And that's what I want you to get from this channel, is the ability to be strong and lost at the same time. The ability to be strong and say, I am confident, I am extroverted, I'm a people person, or I'm all about money, or I'm all about caring and helping, or I'm all about fitness, or I'm all about teaching, or I'm all about learning, or I'm all about whatever it is. But also being lost and being saying, like, just asking, am I sure I'm still that person? Am I sure, like, I'm a family guy, I am like, family's number one, everything else, like work, I work to live. Okay, like, look at yourself, are you still that person? If you are, perfect, no problem, that's not an issue. But if you're not, just, that's something to address. Don't let these things go unseen. Or maybe you're a totally work-driven person. Maybe you're like a business owner or something like that, and you have money and you are doing business every day and you're working like a dog the whole time and you like doing it and it's all good. Maybe just ask, like, okay, am I still happy with this? Am I okay? Like, do I want to go on holidays? Do I want more family time? Do I want any of these other things? Because you will naturally want certain things, and if you let it go unaddressed, they will bite you in the ass. That you're going to look for comfort, or you're going to look for excitement, or you're going to look for something, and you're going to find it in the wrong place. Or you're going to lash out because you can't find it, or whatever it is. That's why it's called Choose Your Chaos, because if you do not step into the chaos, it will drag you in. So that's it. You are in chaos either way. The world, life is chaotic. And I want you to be strong in that chaos and just be testing yourself. Always. Am I still able to do this? Am I still able to... So I like to learn. Am I still able to learn? Maybe I should pick up juggling. Am I still able to tolerate failing continuously until I get it? Am I able to do that? If not, well then I'm not that good a learner. Am I super smart or super educated on a specific topic, on it can be movies or music, or it could be machines or something else. Either way, the world changes, so am I still super smart on those things? Do I still know my music? Okay, I know the old music, do I want to learn the new music? Or the machines, I know the old machines, do I want to learn the new machines? And just that willingness to self-evaluate, to look at yourself. And that's on the very physical stuff. On the mental stuff, am I okay being very assertive, very dominant? Or do I want more input from other people? Or am I okay with being passive, but then people kind of walk over me? Am I, if I'm that person, am I okay with it? Because all of these things are fine-tuned specifically to you. And I want you to choose each of them. And then go revisit them again in like another year or two or more or less or whatever. I want you to revisit and just be like, am I still happy being assertive and dominant or being passive? Am I still happy being a people pleaser and being like the life of the party? Or do I feel a bit tired? Or am I still happy being just at home reading my books and just being a bit more introverted? Or do I want to be more of a crowd, life of party sort of person? Do I want more of that? Whatever it is, just question it and just be willing. And when I say question, I mean try it out. I mean test it. I mean, if you are introverted and you don't go out too often, try going out and commit to going out and being like, yeah, I'm here, whatever. If you're super extroverted and you want a bit more like alone time, go, like, you can still go out and just maybe hang back, see who else steps forward, or just have like a more casual thing. Go to a pub instead of a nightclub, or go for coffee instead of going for drinks, or whatever it is. Try and if you want, try and test it out, see if you want to be a bit more drawn back. Maybe there are multiple things you can do, but you will not do it by sticking to the same routine and doing the same thing over and over. The routine gets you to move forward. This testing yourself makes sure that you're moving and that all the pieces are moving with you and that you're not leaving anything behind and that it's not breaking itself and gears grinding against each other and that everything is working in harmony. And man, that sounds fluffy. I know, I don't like fluffy talk either. But that's the imagery we're going for today apparently. So that's it for today. That was a different type of video. That was not theoretical, very much my opinion. So take it as such. Treat it like a pop-up ad for what I want to do on this channel. And if you have different perceptions, if you get something else from the videos I've done so far, I'd love to hear that. Or if you think I should just take a different direction in the future, I'd love to hear that too. Always appreciate your feedback, so do let me know. And that's pretty much it. Thanks, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye.